Heaven is watching. Stop worrying.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
మా కార్యక్రమాలు అందజేస్తున్నాయి అనేక భాషలలో. దయచేసి చూడండి suprememastertv.com/schedule.
The Young World Changers, Part 1 of a multi-part series on Kids Wonderland. Continue watching to find out more.
Assalamu alaikum. This is a common greeting in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It means peace be upon you in Arabic, the official language of the country. Pure-hearted viewers, I'm Hisham. The friendly people of Saudi Arabia thank Allah for gifting our world with so many loving and noble souls. Welcome to our show, The Young World Changers, Part 1. Joining me today is my co-host, Anna, the chimpanzee.
Hello everyone, I'm Anna, and I am honored to co-host today's show.
As our world is facing urgent crises such as climate change, environmental destruction, and a global pandemic, and as many humans and animals are suffering from hunger, sickness, homelessness, or other misfortunes, young people around the world are standing up to voice their concerns and are lending a helping hand. Although they are tender in age, they are advanced in wisdom, and their light shines brightly for all to see and emulate.
In our multi-part series of shows,
The Young World Changers, we will highlight some of the noble deeds of the youngsters who have gone above and beyond for the greater good.
In Part 1 of this series, we will present to you several kids around the world who have taken courageous actions to save our beloved planet, hence save us, the animals.
First, we will introduce to you the 14-year-old environmental activist, Junior, from Côte d'Ivoire. At the UN Human Rights Council on July 1st, 2020, Junior spoke out against the alleged industrial pollution that includes the cocoa production sector in his hometown, San Pedro. He pleaded to the delegates.
I want the authorities to take this question of the environment to heart because we children are suffering a lot.
Junior was right. The UN High Commissioner for Human Rights Her Excellency Michelle Bachelet also warned at the child rights debate that environmental damage severely affects the young children, indigenous children, and those from low-income and marginalized communities.
Besides Junior in Colombia, 11-year-old Francisco Vera is a well-known environmentalist and defender of children's rights and animals' rights. At the age of 6, he went to a protest against bullfighting with his family. He has been campaigning for issues such as recycling, banning single-use plastics in the country, and against mining. In 2019, Francisco started an environmental group called Guardians of Life in Villeta. Together with 6 of his school friends, they've picked up rubbish while chanting slogans about climate change all the way to the town center. The group has now expanded to include not only over 200 members in Colombia, but also those from Mexico and Argentina. Francisco is also a part of Greta Thunberg's Fridays for Future movement. Francisco said,
"Children need to have a say in the big topics of our day, like climate change or economic policy." He continued, "We are not only the future, we are already being affected by the decisions adults make."
Wow, so courageous and kind. He even fought against bullfighting. I heard it is unsafe in Colombia for those who speak out about environmental or human rights issues.
Sadly, it is true. Nevertheless, Francisco keeps voicing his concerns. He commented that criticism is part of life, and I welcome it as long as it is constructive and respectful.
In a personal thank you letter to Francisco, Her Excellency Michelle Bachelet wrote that we need more young people like him who have the passion to protect the planet.
The spirited Francisco deserves such commendation. Anna, did you know that some kids around the globe are also protecting the sea and helping sea animals?
Yes, I heard some of their stories. They are fantastic. For example, in the Capricorn region of Queensland, Australia, with the help of the 5-year-old Yeppoon wildlife warrior, Owen Harris, 3 green sea turtles returned to the ocean after recovering from horrific injuries from irresponsible fishing. When asked why he was doing it, Owen said,
"Please help turtles. That's what I just want to do. Wildlife can't help themselves, so we need to help them." I just feel better for them to be in the ocean.
When Owen is not at school, he spends his time picking up rubbish to protect sea life.
What a loving boy. I know there is another amazing ocean protecting angel in the United Kingdom. The 7-year-old Rayer has been cleaning up the beaches since she learned how to walk. For 5 years, she has been patrolling and cleaning up the 55-mile stretch of beach with her eco-conscious family. Rayer's parents, Aaron and Tracy Waddell, said that they had brought up their 3 children to understand the importance of protecting the environment. Mr. Waddell has even helped Rayer and her brother Dane with their marine biology studies to help nurture their interest.
"I want to keep doing it when I'm older. I want to help the animals so they don't die," Rayer said.
Thanks to the guidance of her loving parents, Rayer cares deeply about nature and animals despite her young age.
Anna, do you know what multi-layered packaging is?
Yes, many processed foods people buy from the store are wrapped with layered materials to give them extra protection, but most of these packaging materials are non-recyclable and harmful to the environment.
That's right. To tackle this problem, Safari Bank has been set up in India to get school kids involved in collecting multi-layered packing materials, or MLPs, and sending them to be processed for construction use. Every week, the participating kids pick up the discarded materials and clean them carefully before bringing them to school on Fridays. Currently, there are 50,000 students from 180 schools who are account holders of this bank. Each one can log in and enter the number of wrappers they have collected. Last year, they had prevented over 2,200,000 MLPs from going to landfills.
What a creative way to allow kids to see the direct result of their earth-saving actions and feel proud of their contribution.
The kids featured in our show today come from all corners of the world, but they share one thing in common: being committed to protecting the natural world and its inhabitants, and their messages are being heard and noticed by grown-ups. They are helping to steer the course of our planet in a more positive direction.
Go, kids!
To conclude our show, let us hear a special rendition of the song Someday by a few vegan kids from Indonesia. The song, written by Alan Meckin and Stephen Schwartz, expresses our collective prayers for a brighter future and fairer life on Earth when the human race becomes wiser and more benevolent.
When we are wiser, when the world's older, when we have learned, I pray someday we may yet live to live Someday life will be fair, need will be rarer, and greed will not pay. Godspeed, this final idea on its way. Let it come someday. I'll fight to be one.
We'll stand in the sun.
That bright afternoon. On days when the sun is gone, we'll hang on if we wish upon the moon.
I can listen to this song over and over. Live and let live.
Our world needs love, animals, and Mother Earth deserves protection. Together, we can change our ways so that the beautiful message of this song comes true.
We animal friends appreciate all of your actions to preserve nature. We hope this program inspires you to join these kids in undertaking this utmost important task of our time, saving the earth.
We welcome your ideas and feedback to help us improve our program on Kids Wonderland. Please send them via suprememastertv.com/KW. Bright viewers, it has been a pleasure to have you join us today
for the multi-part series of The Young World Changers Part 1. Coming up next is God and His Glory, selections from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, Chapter 2, In the Company of Devotees, Part 2 of 2, on Words of Wisdom, right after Noteworthy News.
May we all walk the path of love and compassion to create paradise on earth.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/KW.
Be vegan, repentant, save your soul.